Paddy, let's talk about Cape Town now, and it's no surprise to hear me bring up the issue of the water crisis, which is obviously having a huge impact on the tourism and the hotel sector in Cape Town. What are your thoughts on the water crisis, and what's Legacy doing to combat this major issue?
The 2-minute shower we instituted, along with most of the other hotels, taking the plugs out of the baths so people don't have baths. And if they wanted a bath, they have to walk down to reception to get the plug, which is a bit of a pain, but it makes you think. And our water consumption has dropped approximately 50–60% in the last year. So in a way it's helped us. But now going forwards, obviously we're looking at a borehole. We're actually, I think, digging a hole this week, and hopefully we'll find some water in the waterfront. And it's not too saline. The owners of the waterfront are looking at a desal plant. And I think Cape Town overall is looking at all the ways and means. I'm told there's tons of water in the mountain, there's alluvial streams coming through the city. So let's be positive and send a positive message out there. The hotels will have water till May, and thereafter I'm sure they will continue.
A bit further north, things a bit more positive here in the Sandton node where we sit at the moment. The Leonardo, your big development taking place just behind us now. What's the latest on the Leonardo, and where are you in terms of its development?
Leonardo, which is, I think it's going to be at least 43 stories. It's at the stage now of about 25–26 stories. We're hoping it's going to be completed by early next year. It's a multi-purpose development, multi-use development. We've got 200 suites. We've got penthouse suites. We've got an amazing suite on top, which I'm led to believe when it's finished will be in the region of 2,800 square meters. So it's a bit of a palace. It's 3 stories high, and it's going to be an incredible feature. And there'll be shops in the bottom. There'll be a swimming area with sauna and jacuzzis and health spas, restaurant, coffee shop, and all the things you'd expect in a luxury 5-star development. Well, Sandton, in our minds, is the business hub of Africa, particularly sub-Sahara Africa. You've got the Hout train, which comes straight into Sandton. Business is done in Sandton. And I think the history of the Michelangelo Hotel, which was the first hotel we developed here on Nelson Mandela Square. It's an iconic building in an iconic area. We then did the Raphael Suites and the Michelangelo Tower Suites, also fully developed, fully sold, and done exceedingly well. And the investors, I think, in both properties have had a good return on their investment.
Lastly, Paddy, let's just look at the rest of your portfolio of properties across Africa.
Africa has been, let's say, quite difficult the last couple of years, with Nigeria in particular, with the currency fluctuation, Ghana with currency fluctuations. But they seem to be bouncing back, and we've got a couple of properties in Ghana. I was there last week, and it seems there's some positive signs there. The Labadi Beach in particular is a very successful hotel, very beautiful property for business and for a little bit of leisure at the weekends as well. And then in Lagos we have the Wheatbaker. The Wheatbaker has gone through some difficult times on occupancy, but we've been holding the rate, and we feel it's going to come back. And we hope to add on there in the next year or two. And then in Namibia, which is just across our border there, we've redeveloped the Windhoek Country Club. We spent $85 million, which are Namibian dollars, not American dollars, because their currency is the same as ours. We've upgraded the whole property, and she really is a beautiful, beautiful hotel now. And I think she's going to get busier and busier and busier, with lots of competition, of course, in Africa, because there's hotels opening everywhere. So we have to be ahead of our game. We have to be on top of our game, and service and attitude from our staff to our guests is obviously very, very important. But we have to be positive, and I think hopefully things will get better in the next year or two.